Houston, we have a problem.
This is bullshit. I'm not listening to this. You are insane.
No, you're insane. You simply do not have time for this crap.
I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
You shut your foul mouth!
Yeah, that's my message to you. Fuck you and kiss my ass.
You were just dumping a bag of hammers.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
You are now tuned in to Dusty Vision Radio.
Dusty Vision Radio, Super Audio Network. Sitting here with my boy Dre Day. What up, Dre Day?
Yeah, well, how's it going, Dusty? Man?
It's going cool. Just trying to make it through 2020, man. This has been a shitty year, and we got about 6 months to go, and I'm just ready for this shit to be over.
It ain't gonna get better, bro. 2020 is gonna go down in history as one of the shittiest years.
Every time I think something's done, it's something else pops up. Yeah. Fucking Kobe Bryant dies in January. Yeah. All right, fuck, that was the saddest thing in the world. Yes. Boom. Coronavirus hits. Boom. You got motherfucking cops putting their knees on people's necks and killing them and causing riots. Boom. You got protests. Boom. You got another cop, a dude getting shot in the back. Boom. It's like one thing after another. I'm just trying to get through this shit, man. That's why I do this, Dre, because it keeps me sane.
Yep.
Well, let's get right into it, man, because I have somebody on the line, and I don't want to keep him holding on for too long. He's a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. You can check out his channel on YouTube titled Dirt Gang TV. I enjoy it very much myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Harlem Smiley. What up, man?
Yo, what's good, my G? What you up to?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. Thanks so much for joining the show. And like I told you offline, your channel is dope. I love how your storytelling is amazing, dog.
I appreciate that, man. I've been tuned into your channel too, man.
Cool. Good looking out, man. Appreciate it so much. So Dirt Gang, that's a nickname for the Rolling 30s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your inspiration behind starting your channel, Dirt Gang TV?
Well, it was just a lot of times, a lot of aspect people really don't know about the New York, Harlem Rolling 30s. Mm-hmm. But we got a lot of rappers, we definitely trying to take over this rap game. And yeah, so that's the whole point of the Dirt Gang TV, is just to promote Dirt Gang stuff from New York, but also through LA, because I also live.
I think I lost you for a few seconds.
Yo, you get me?
Yeah. You said you also lived in Cali as well?
Yeah, I actually live in California right now. I've been living in California like off and on since like the year 2000.
Oh, okay. Shit, we're neighbors then. What's up, man? Cool.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. Well, shit, let's take it way back, man, because I'm really curious about, New York Crips and Bloods. I think I only had one other person from New York on my show in the past. But I would love to talk about the history. Bloods were in New York first, right? Is that safe to say?
Well, they was known first. I wouldn't really say they was the first ones out here, but they was known first for the most part because but as far as like knowledge, like knowing as far as Bloods and Crips go, they was the first known out here in 1993 because when they hit the jail strong, it was a big battle between the Latin Kings and the Bloods. See what I'm saying? So, but as far as like Harlem 30s, it's been OGs that been living out here since 88, 89, 90, but it was just, there was no need to start a set because there was no Bloods out here. So to be correct, they were the first known between the Bloods and the Crips,
Gotcha.
So that's, yeah.
Gotcha. And it's safe to say that they became a presence because of the Latin Kings, right? To kind of protect themselves from them.
Yeah, through the jails, man. The Latin Kings was in jails. It was literally the Latin Kings and guard bodies. That was like, that was the big thing in jails, for a long time, and the Latin Kings, because it's not like LA where you got like a whole bunch of different like Spanish gangs. New York, it was like literally Latin Kings and Nietas for a long time, even though now they got a bunch more stuff out here like the Serenos and the MS-13s, and yeah, it's a lot more out here. But for a while, so they would group up in jail and they would just, beat up all the black dudes and, God bodies, there was a lot about peace and stuff like that, but they took advantage of that. So when the whole blood thing came about, everybody who was black and who was in jail was pretty much running towards that because it was something to where if you was black, you was joining, that it was going to be something that was actually, you know, protection in jail to fight against the Latin Kings, because you needed it. And if you didn't, you know, if you didn't have something, you was definitely getting taken over. Like no house in Rikers Island was safe.
Germans, you know, because that's where a lot of black guys in jail started calling them Germans and all that, because they was just eating food, cutting people up and all that, and you really thought that they was like really like just everybody just was against black people at that time. So it was a few people that was locked up in the Bang and all that. They just decided to form something, and they formed the 9 Trades. That was the first.
Okay. And if y'all wondering who that is, man, that's the CEO of Side Block Records, man, Frankie Smacks, man.
What up, Frankie?
Yeah, that's who I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all go subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's a fact. Check out all the music, man. But yeah, man, that's how that went along. So being that it was Crips out here from LA that was just living out here making money, you know. So now on the street, when you come to the street, that's where the Crip stuff started taking place, because now a lot of the Bloods who was getting out of jail, who turned blood in jail, was getting out of jail, started coming to the streets. So now the Crips who was out here from LA who noticed it figure, okay, wherever there's Blood's going to start, there's Crips going to start. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me, I'm in Brooklyn. We got them fireworks flowing right now. So if y'all hear that in the background, don't worry, it's only fireworks.
Man,
you know
you're gonna hear some on our end too. It's like it's that time of year, man. That's
sound like bombs.
They going in over here. They got the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got the big guns fireworks going out right now. Right.
Nice. So let me ask you, to the best of your knowledge, once Crips and Bloods really started popping out there in the 90s or whatnot, how did New York take to West Coast gang? You know what I'm saying? How did they embrace them?
Well, it's for the most part with Crips and Bloods, it was the total opposite, because like when it first came out here, everybody for the most part was kind of, you know, misled as far as like certain knowledge from the Blood part, from the Crip part, you know, as far as how Crip started repping the 6-point star and forming the 8-ball back in the 90s with the GDs, with the Bloods repping 5-point star. You know, it was a whole bunch of stuff that was misconstrued. But what happened was, as far as the Crip go, we learned that in the early 2000s that was wrong, and we changed it. And that's why I always say, you know, the G-Stones in Brooklyn was the first set to disassemble from the 6-point star, to disassemble from the 8-ball, you know, not for no specific reason, but from them being specific Brooklyn Crips, and to know that was wrong, everybody else seen that and follow suit. Because I tell people all the time, the G-Stones, the 8-deuce Trays out here, they like the deepest set that's out here, you know, followed by the Harlem Rolling 30s now. You see what I'm saying? But as far as it goes, though, I mean, yeah, you know, so, and they're we talking about, they started their set in early 90s, but it just didn't start in jail. So the Crips, like a lot of Crip sets that's in New York are actual, you know, like just are pretty much like side sets from directly from LA. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like my set out here, the Harlem 30 set, is the same exact thing as the Harlem 30s in LA. We go back and forth. The ones who started out here is from LA. See what I'm saying? So, you know, they Belizean. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, you know, that's a direct connection. But out here, we say we're Harlem Mafia Crips. In LA, you don't hear them use Harlem Mafia Crip because, you know, just from New York, same thing. We still rolling 30, same thing. It's just, you know, we're New Yorkers, man. We like to put our little
spin on it, a little twist on it, yeah.
Yeah, so like the G-Stones, they don't have no direct connection to nobody in LA. You see what I'm saying? That's literally something that was started in Brooklyn and just spread everywhere, even way outside of New York. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that was just, you know, but as far as the blood size go, you really don't have too much Bloods like the original 5 UBN sets. They really don't have no connections to the LA out there.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So, yeah. But you do got like treetops out here and skylines and 5'9" brims. So, you know, a lot of 5'9" brims that live in San Diego actually come back and forth to New York and vice versa.
Okay.
So, but that's some recent stuff though. But Crips in New York, for the most part, the ones who have the same LA sets, we always embrace, you know, the LA sets and been going back and forth for a while. And I think that's something that the Bloods out here is starting to do too.
Okay. Well, when you first got put on to Crip, you were GSC, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then I want to kind of talk about how you transitioned into Harlem. But what year are we talking when you first got put on?
That was in 96.
Okay, 96. Okay, let's take us back to 96. That day, did you get jumped in? How does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically at that time, we were still going by the 6-point star and all that stuff. But at that time, G-Stone wasn't like G-Stone. See, all right, 8 Deuce Trey started first.
Okay.
G-Stone came a couple of years down the line. So when I turned Crip in 96, G-Stone, the actual G-Stone was kind of new. 8 Deuce Trey had been out for a couple of years already. So yeah, how it went was you go in the park and you got options. You could do one-on-ones, 1 minute apiece. You can do 6 people, 60 seconds.
Damn.
You know, everything was like a 6 back then because we was riding a 6-point start back then.
Okay.
So yeah, you go to the nice little park across from Laval, across from Betsy A. Pool. What the fuck that park name is? Right across the street from Betsy A. Pool. Yeah. Go in that little, go to the little park over there and do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, man. I ran into my pops after that shit. That nigga, that shit was crazy. I was fucking 13. I was 13, went back on the block, seen my pops. My pops like, what the fuck happened to your face? Yeah, it was over from there.
Damn.
So that day was crazy because even though I was 13, my pops still whooped ass. So it was a double ass whooping that day. It was an ass whooping in the park, and then there was another ass whooping. Yeah, it was a crazy day. Crazy day.
Damn, man. And the reason why you joined Crip, from what I understand, is over a chain that was taken from you from a blood.
Yeah.
Explain
so
that.
What happened? Yeah. So what happened was my pops brought me this chain that had a Cupid piece on it. Yeah, my pops brought me a chain that had a Cupid piece on it, and we was in Kelly Park, a park in Brooklyn, and we was playing basketball. So this was in 1990. This was in 1995. This was the summer of 1996. And we playing basketball, and I told the dude to take his chain off. Now, this dude was a little bit older than me. At this time, I'm in 7th grade. I'm saying dude was a little bit older than me. He was in 9th grade. But, I see him around the neighborhood all the time now. He was one of the original Bloods. He turned blood in like 1994. So he was blood for a little while. See what I'm saying? So we playing ball. Told him to take his chain off. He ain't take his chain off. He go up for a shot. I blocked the shot, but as I'm coming down, I pull down, I pop his chain. So he like, yo, you pop my chain, you got to give up your chain. Nah, what you mean? I ain't giving up. No, he ain't say you got to give up your chain. He was like, yo, you got to pay for my chain. I'm like, nah, I ain't paying for nothing. I told you to take your chain off. So he like, all right, it is what it is. So we keep playing ball. So as we playing ball, he don't run down one time. We playing full court. He whispered to his mans. He like, yo, go in his bag and go in his book bag and take his chain. So I'm playing ball. I'm not even noticing. So like 2 hours pass by. We stop playing ball. I go grab my stuff. It's time to go home. Go in my bag to grab my chain, put my chain on my chain at. Crazy. I go, I'm like, yo, BJ, where my chain at, son? He like, yo, I told you going to have to pay for my chain. You pop my chain. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So, long story, I'm trying to make this quick as possible.
All good.
Me and him get into a little back and forth altercation. We square off. You know what I'm saying? So he got a bunch of his little blood dudes there. So at this time, I'm not Crip. My older brother's Crip, but I'm not Crip at this time. So I go, in Brooklyn, we go get our family. So that's what I do. I go back around the corner, go get my family. But I run into my cousin Giles before I get to my actual grandmother in the block. So my cousin Giles, we in the same grade, but he got left back, so he a little older than me. He like, he be out there in the streets a little bit more than me at this particular time. So I tell this nigga the story. He go back over there to the park. I go to my grandmother's house, gather up my family. We mobbing back to the park. See what I'm saying? We get over there. My cousin Giles got my chain. You know what I'm saying? And he said some slick shit out his mouth. The blood dude. He was like, yo, your cousin ain't gonna be around the whole time. When I catch you, it's over with. I'm gonna destroy you. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, I know you can't fucking beat me, but you always run around. He always got people with him. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So at this time, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it wasn't a lot of Crips running around. You know what I'm saying? Frankie Smacks at this time was Crip, but I think he was locked up at this time. See what I'm saying? But my older brother, he was Crip. See what I'm saying? But it wasn't a lot of Crips running around. So it was. So you know, that when that made me just can't stand, just that one dude made me couldn't stand Bloods at that time, because that was some soft shit. Like, you know, if anything, fight me and take my chain. Don't have your man, you know, run in the background. And man, yeah, shit is crazy. See what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how that story went about. So then when the end of the year came up, December, my cousin Mike, which was actually Crip already too at the time, you know, they was in high school with my brother already and stuff. So he was like, yo, you know, you about to turn Crip. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. But my uncle was actually from, you know, A Dustre at the time too, but he wouldn't let me do the shit. So that's why I had to go to that park and do it, because that was the only way around it from fucking, I'm saying, like getting around my uncle. So I went to the park, did it, and once you get jumped in, it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was just, you know, it was just, if he ain't never do that little soft shit, see what I'm saying? Then I probably never even, because my brother was trying to get me to do that shit for a whole year when they first did it in 95. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. See what I'm saying? But it was just a sure hatred for this dude, man. I'm like, fuck it. You know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna just be the opposite of him just so I have the reason to fucking fight this guy. And when I seen him, that was the first thing I did was pull out my blue flag in his face. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Well, shit. Let's move on a little bit. So, GSC is Brooklyn based. You're from Brooklyn. How did you end up transitioning, or how does it work when you transitioned over to being a Harlem 30?
Oh, so at that time, I'm from Brooklyn, but I went to school. So basically in New York, when you go to high school, it's like choosing the college.
Oh yeah, you could pick whatever you want.
8 schools that accepted into one of those schools. So what happened was my brother and my cousin Mike, they was going to school in Chelsea, in Manhattan. So now in Manhattan at this particular time, the main set that was in Manhattan was Rolling 30s, because once again, it's not a whole bunch of Crip sets running around here at this time. I think at this time you literally had 8 Deuce Trey, you had Rolling 30s, you had Rolling 60s, you had Grape Streets, you had 8 Trays out here. But I mean, it wasn't like a bunch of Hoover sets. You didn't have, you know, you had Sally's, you had Sally Gangsta Crip, see what I'm saying? You had Payback Crip, yeah, see what I'm saying?
Gear
but
Gang.
It wasn't, yeah, the Gear Gang, the dude who I met from Gear Gang, there was never really big Gear Gang set out here. The dude who I met from Gear Gang was actually, I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Yeah,
but the dude I met from Gear Gang, he was actually from LA. He was just living in New York. He was doing the same thing. He fucking was just out there going to the GED program trying to get his life together. But yeah, he was from LA though. But it was never really like a big Gear Gang set out here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, sorry to cut you off.
Nah, you good. So basically what happened was a bunch of the dudes from the school, it was like 6 or 7 of the dudes who my brother, my cousin Mike was from GSC. They went to the school in Manhattan, but everybody else in the school was from Rolling 30s. So my older brother was in 12th grade by the time I got to 9th grade. So when I got to 9th grade, I was running around with a bunch of Rolling 30s, and you know, because we was in Manhattan all the time. So my brother ended up graduating in January, and when he graduated in January, he moved to California. And my cousin Mike graduated and went and did some crazy other shit. See what I'm saying? His ass got locked up. But at this time, I'm running around. I'm in Harlem with all the Rolling 30s, but I'm the only one that's not from Rolling 30s. You see what I'm saying? So my man Rico, see what I'm saying? Free my man Rico, one of the Rolling 30s who we went to school with, cool little Dominican cat, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Smiley, you out here all the time. You should just swap over. And yeah, so we went to
I don't know Rico, but I bet that sounds just like him.
Yeah, and I'm saying now Rico got that thick ass heavy accent. Anybody know Rico? Rico got that thick ass heavy accent. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I end up going on Edgecombe, talking to one of the G's from over there. Edgecombe is a block in Harlem. I went over there, talked to one of the G's, and it just so happened that it was somebody who was turning Rolling 30s. So he was like, listen, let's see what you can do. I got somebody that need to get squared in, just participate in the square. So I went in there, participated in the square. See what I'm saying? Did what I had to do, and I swapped over to Rolling 30s.
Okay. So how does it work with GSC? I mean, do you just like have
Nah,
to do a
it's
2-week
good.
resignation, or what? Like, how does that work?
Nah, it's not like no 2-week resignation.
just
See what
fucking
I'm
with you.
saying? Like, you don't really get too many people like really like, like that swapping sets like that. It happens sometimes, but you're not getting too many people that's really doing that. So it's not like something that goes on a lot. You see what I'm saying? But it's not looked down upon or no shit like that. Like, see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So because like all of my family members, I know more G Stones than I know actual Harlem Rolling 30s. You see what I'm saying? Because that's who I'm around all the time. In New York, it's different from LA. There's like if you Crip in New York, because we was always so outnumbered. If you Crip, you rock with other Crips. It's not like, this Crip from 8 Trade and this Crip from Rolling 60s, I can't rock with him. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that in New York. We have a universal handshake. We do if you with your set, you do your set handshake. Okay. If you see another Crip from a different set, it's a universal handshake that we got in New York that we do. No shit. But for the most part, all New York, I'm not gonna say like it's like all New York Crips are cool with each other, is super united. Yeah. But it is very united. We do a lot what the older Crips in LA started out doing. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want that division between the East and the West. You see what I'm saying? And and I'm talking about specifically in LA. They wanted everybody just to be Crips, everybody Crips. If you see another Crip, that's it. You see what I'm saying? But then sets happening, and then subsets happening, then beef started happening. But in New York, it's not like that. If you see another Crip, you feel safe rather than, oh shit, he from 8 Trade, he from 60s. They about to it's not like that out here. Okay. See what I'm saying?
I kind of like that. Now you mentioned on one of your videos that one of your older homies gave you, I guess, a book, for lack of better words, a book of codes, Crip codes to live by, and that you took it home and you studied it. Talk to us about those codes and like what are some examples?
Well, I can't really get too deep into like examples. Yeah. As far as like, whatever I can't really go. Yeah, but it's
just a universal book that or whatever that Crips it's knowledge. You got to learn these prayers. You got to learn certain things, right?
Correct. So that all boils back to the 6-point star thing when we was repping the 6-point star. I don't know how much you know about as far as like the 6-point star.
I know enough, to keep up.
So like the same meaning that the 6-point star, like the same stuff that the GDs had to know, we knew. So we studied that on top of knowing actual Crip stuff. So it was like you had certain clothing that had names that meant stuff. We wasn't really big on like the hats out here. Like now we do the hats, as far as like to represent, our sets and stuff. But it was never really like, as far as, if we wear clothing, our clothing had different like codes and stuff. If you see another Crip, that Crip would question you with a question, and you had to know the answer to that. It was just a bunch of codes like that. You see what I'm saying? Like if I asked you, why did the chicken cross the road? You should know that's not a code that I'm saying, but I'm just using that as an example. If I say, why did the chicken cross the road?
I should know that to say to get to the other side.
You should know the answer to that. It'd be something as simple as that, but then it would get more deeper. So as far as like, the prayers and the knowledge and stuff like that, you would never get questioned really on the street. But that was something that if an OG did ask you, you should know. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I remember when I was younger and Frankie Smacks got out of jail. And I remember when I was younger and he had just found out I was Crip. And I was in Brownsville, and one of the older dudes had asked me a Crip. He wasn't Crip, but he knew the Crip codes. And he asked me a Crip question, and I didn't know the answer to it. And Frankie Smacks looked at me. He was like, you remember that shit? It was by Betsy Hate Pooh, and Frankie Smacks corrected me. You see what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that you never know when stuff like that is going to pop up, that you have to know these codes and stuff like that, So that was all it was too. But once again, in California, I know that that's different, and that's something we drifted upon. Like right now, nobody goes by those same codes. Nobody goes by those. You really like right now. It's not something that I would just spit out right now, because it is other states that still use these codes. There's still other states that still rep the 6-point star, that still has the 8-ball connection with the GD. So that's why I don't really. But for New York though, we off that, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's definitely is a lot of stuff that you should know. But for the most part though, like all of the 6-point star stuff, we don't really go by that no more. So there's no need to know all of that.
GDs out here.
Go ahead, Frankie.
The older 8 Deuce Trays, that's G Stone. The older Crips, they would be all together with the GDs, with the 8 Ball. The younger ones, they got a little subsets going on called the Woos and the Chos and all that. They the ones that got the Crips beefing with the GDs.
Okay.
Yeah, which is the younger factor. And let me just speak on that too. And that's why I be trying to tell people too. That's why I made that video when I said real Crips can't be GDK. You see what I'm saying? Because back in the day, Crips was outnumbered, GDs was outnumbered, and that's why a lot of Crips who's pretty much over the age of 30 still rock with GDs and stuff like that too, for the most part. So that's why, you know, the Woos, and let me just clear this up for a lot of people who on the outside looking in. When the Woos say they GDK, they only talking about the GDs from Brooklyn. They not talking about the whole GDK nation, and that's why they should only be saying not GDK. If anything, they should only be saying like Cho K, if anything, because the Chos, they don't say they Crip killers. They only say that they, you know, that they're Woo, you know, they Woo K. You see that? Yeah, correct. So that's why, that's where it's a difference at too. So I just wanted to clear that up on that part. You know, like all of the Crips out here, because I hear that a lot. See what I'm saying? You know, oh, why all the Crips in Brooklyn, why they, you know, running around saying, you know, they don't like GDs, and I'm, you know, it's not like that. It's just when they say that, they talking about the specific GDs that's in a Brooklyn area who they have beef with. That, you know, that's it is what it is.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Well, shit, if I can keep you for like 10 more minutes, I just have a couple more questions that I would love your point of view on.
Yeah, go ahead, you go.
Okay, cool. Specifically, I want to talk hip hop. Pop Smoke, up and coming rapper. People said he was, you know, going to be the next big thing to blow. Crip from New York comes out to L.A., gets killed in a $5 million home up in the Hollywood Hills because someone leaked his address online. My question to you is, you know, being that you're an entertainer yourself, what are your thoughts on how rappers with gang ties should move around when they're in other cities?
Nah, you know what it is though too? It first off, on that instance, that should have never went down in the first place. Let's start out with saying that. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. That should have never happened in the first place. Second, you know, I feel like me, when I'm in other cities, especially cities that I don't live in, because I do like move around a lot, you have to move, you know, you have to move accordingly. But at that time, it's like he wasn't expecting no shit like that to happen. You see what I'm saying? You know, he was loved by a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, to be out there where you really don't have too much, he didn't have beef with anybody from LA. It was literally no beef. He had no problem, even if it was just off the fact that he was Crip. You see what I'm saying? His set is not in LA. His set is literally predominantly in New York. So for the most part, it wasn't like he had a set out there that he had a problem with, you know, oh, he from this set, so he in this area, he got a problem with. Nah, it was nothing like that. So that right there was, you know, it was super unexpected and it should have never happened. So but when you in other people's cities, I really don't, I'm not calling nobody and checking in shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I go chill with my peoples, I get up with the people who I need to see, and that's it. But as far as like that checking and stuff, I'm not checking in with no goddamn body. I'm in LA all the goddamn time. See what I'm saying? I'm in New York, I'm everywhere.
As rappers, hip hop, you move in different cities and states. You gotta watch who you bring around you, and you gotta always watch your surroundings. That was a sad situation that happened, but also a lot of people that was around him was supposed to protect him. He wasn't protected right, and when you're not protected right, and everybody just want to see a show, that's what happens.
Yep, Frankie Smacks, man. You sound like you drop a lot of knowledge on the homies. I love that shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. No, go ahead, finish
up.
Oh,
no, it's all good.
My little brother real quick.
Yeah, man. So, and you being out from New York, I would love your thoughts on this next person that I'm going to bring up. The self-proclaimed king of New York, Mr. 43 million views in one day. What are your thoughts on Tekashi 6ix9ine? I mean, you know, I know your answer, but what are your thoughts on someone like Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Listen. First off, I told my subscribers already, if you support Tekashi 6ix9ine, you really just gotta just unsubscribe from my channel. You know what I'm saying? Word up, because I'm not even gonna lie, like the shit he doing and the shit he did, Like, first off, I was telling people from the jump, he was never even. Some of that shit came out. That's a 4 ounce. Yeah, fucking. He should have never even been running around saying he blood in the first place. Let's start out with that because his mouth, he never had the imagery. They seen money signs and they ran with it. He had an idea that was going to be saying, but at the same time, if it for it to work, he had to rep blood. He had to rep some kind of, set. And the ones he was running around with was blood. So, but the only problem is it backfired on him. See what I'm saying? Now everybody already know my channel. I don't condone snitching or any of that shit. You see what I'm saying? The shit he did was just unbelievable. I never in my life seen that was some John Gotti shit. He single-handedly took down all those people, and then man, look, he out chilling, thinking it's all good. He making songs, and them shits is terrible. The fucking songs is fucking terrible. Yo, like yeah. So my opinion on 6ix9ine is, listen, he's one of the cousins twice removed from Brooklyn. We don't claim him in Brooklyn. See what I'm saying? We don't claim him in New York. He got to go to Wichita, Kansas. That's the only place he's going to be safe at. You see, they found him on Long Island. He thought he was safe in Long Island. Nah, they found you. You think you ain't safe upstate? You got to move to Wichita, Kansas, man. That's I'm saying. Shout out to Wichita, Kansas. That's what you got to move to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this guy, he's terrible, man. And trust me.
I heard they let the clown down.
yeah, that's a fact. And trust me, man. It's like, a lot of people, they like the young chop this, but yeah, 6ix9ine, I got something that's coming out the studio. I got to talk to him a little bit on the track, just a little bit though, nothing crazy, a little bit.
It's a must, and I heard that Young Chop track too on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's going to be redone tomorrow in the studio. See what I'm saying? We got a couple of videos coming. Gonna be hitting you in the inbox. See what I'm saying? You might got to get this first clips of these. But yeah, wait till it get done in the studio.
I got you. I want to hear that 6ix9ine one too.
Yeah. Trust me, it's gonna be crazy. And if it gets back to him, I don't know what he gonna do, but if he gonna drop another Goober 2 or something, whatever that shit is called, that shit is terrible, man. Like I tell everybody, man, if you listen to 6ix9ine, just unsubscribe from my channel, man. I'll find some more subscribers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit is crazy, man. He took down the whole non-trace set. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he run around like it's all good. Like shit is crazy.
Well, shit, on the other spectrum, how big do you think Bobby Shmurda is going to be when he gets out?
Oh, what? You talking about what? You talking about John Norman? As a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he's
gonna be huge.
I got another G-Stone representative in the building right now too, who's actually more closer to Bobby Shmurda age, which is my little brother. You know what I'm saying? You want to answer that question?
Go ahead. How big you think Bobby Shmurda is going to be when he gets home?
When he come home, it's going to be a movie. He already in tune with Fabio. Pop Smoke already led the way. So now this the moment everybody been waiting on. This the moment. There's a lot of anticipation on this. Yeah. Numbers going to be up.
What a man. He took 2 extra years just so him and Rowdy can get out at the same time.
Respectfully, that's why everybody waiting for these men to come out, man.
Yeah,
man, that's a fact, man.
Yeah. Well, shit. I gotta say before we go and before I give you a chance to promote your channel and everything. I wanted to ask. Oh, my man, my producer has a question for you.
What's it like? What's it like right now for all the gangs with this pandemic going on and the lockdown and shit?
Wait, say that one more time.
Hold on, he's fixing his.
What's it like for all the gangs right now with the lockdown and this pandemic going around?
Man, listen.
Niggas are conspiracy.
Same here. That's exact. I was just talking about that shit before we got on.
But the lockdown is real.
That's what. Listen, that's something. I'm gonna give you Frankie Smack's number. You really need to interview him on that.
I was gonna ask that. So perfect.
Yeah, listen, he got a lot of insight. My insight is similar, but just
Alex Jones back.
yeah. You see what I'm saying?
He said Alex Jones.
That's a fact. He got a lot of insight on that, man. But for the most part, though, I haven't really been in Brooklyn during it too. I just got to Brooklyn, but in California though, in San Diego specifically, it's been a little quiet out there, man. It's like right now, it's too much stuff going on in this world right now to
be so
just
quiet.
Be worried about.
Yo, listen, I tell you one thing. My block We never went in the house. We been outside. Nobody had on masks. The police been coming, handing out masks. We tell them we don't want it. They just
Fuck off,
stand there and watch it. We believe in the COVID. Yes, we do. But we don't give up about it because we done lived through conspiracies and sicknesses and chasing police and gunshots and jails all our lives. So what could a virus do to us now?
Yeah, man. Shit, I got to get Frankie Smacks on the next one, man. I'm going to definitely get with you guys behind the scenes because I know he has a lot to spit.
I ain't gonna lie, he got a lot to speak on that, man. But the game's been calm, man. Everybody been just staying united, trying to get these police out here to stop doing this crazy shit, man. Because I try to tell people, I lived in a lot of states and a lot of different places, and the NYPD by far, the illegal search and seizure, the hop out, it's like it got to stop, and that always leads to other stuff. So it's a lot of stuff. The LAPD and the NYPD is like it's getting ridiculous, and stuff is gonna keep it. Now it's starting to happen in these smaller states and stuff the way it never happened. So right now, I'm not even gonna lie. It's like. It's not right now to where if you see you in a protest and you see, somebody who you call a op and they right next to you, it's like, you ain't going to go there and just slap them five and get united with them. But
I tell you one thing, do all the looting and rioting, it was a lot of stuff on my block.
Oh, shit, we saw a lot, too, over here, man. I saw packages everywhere.
They was going in out here, son. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shit
man.
Is crazy. Shit is crazy. And the fucked up part about it is all them fucking idiots. I'm sitting home. I ain't putting nobody's name out there, but I'm seeing motherfuckers jumping through shit. I know them.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. So if I know you, I know you and I recognize you, who you think I'm gonna recognize?
All this face recognition shit, all this face recognition technology they got too, man. They're arresting people left and right, man. So you 100 about that.
All them kids doing it to everybody.
Oh yeah. They're just giving it some time to calm down and then trust. You think you got those Jordans for free now, but in 4 months you're gonna get a knock on the door from your local police department. Yes, it's going to jail.
That's a fact. See what I'm saying? And motherfuckers were running in there, not even getting shit on top of that, and running out. Your ass still going to jail, and you ain't even get shit really. Yeah, it's crazy. It's
the guy out here now. This guy out here was trying to get away. They had robbed the jewelry store. The police had the street blocked off. He runs into the cop, hit the cop like 5 feet in the air. 2 weeks later, they got him and the other guy in the car.
Easy. Just like that, man. See?
Yeah, shit is crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
But for the most part, though, everything's calm, though. Everything's cool, man. As far as the answer the producer's question, everything is calm and cool. Right now, it's just a bigger fight to be fought now.
That I love. You know what? Something about me likes hearing that shit, man. I like hearing that because I feel like it's that way across the country, and if that leads to less, gang violence and people killing each other, I'm all fucking for it, dog. Well, shit, man, I know you guys got a lot going on. New York, period, has a lot going on out there when it comes to music. Like, in my opinion, the hottest music right now is coming out of New York, from the fucking Favies to the Griseldas to the A Boogies and everybody who's coming out of New York is fucking killing it, man. Dude, what you guys got going on over there, and where can everybody find you?
Yo, so listen, I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all go over to Frankie Smack's YouTube channel, man. He got a lot of videos up there. He got a lot of stuff as far as stuff, a lot of projects that he did in the past. But as far as upcoming stuff, we got a lot of upcoming stuff, man. See what I'm saying? Side Block Records, man. We definitely working, man. We got the merch. We got the merch out right now, man. You
said Frankie Smacks, is that with the S or is he at the end?
Oh, that's too good.
Yeah. I come from the boot camp clique. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Duck
word.
down and all
Shout
that.
out to the boot camp.
Sean Price, that's family right there, rocking his monster.
Death Row East. Okay.
I come from all that right there. So just imagine that on steroids right now. And we're about to hit him with 2 different sounds at one time, East and a West Coast sound. The music is going to come. All we just need is people to support real hip hop.
That's right.
That's it, man. That's a fact. And hold on, man. I got one more.
God, take your time, dog.
Oh, yeah. Just got to shout out the 90s, man. Hey, Dude Straight, G-Stone, shout out all my 90s. Can't wait for the dogs to come home, man.
Shit, give your Instagram or your YouTube too, man.
Oh, yeah. Stunner823, Facebook, Mike Bibby.
For sure, man.
Frankie Smacks 1, I'm everywhere, baby.
Yeah.
Frankie Smacks, the Instagram Smacks 1 on there, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys
that's a
check
fact.
out Dirt Gang TV, man.
Yeah, man, that's a fact, man. Support Dirt Gang TV, man. Support all. Listen, man, we got a lot of stuff coming out, man. The content is definitely going to keep getting better. It's just like y'all channel, man. I like y'all channel. Y'all keep it fresh.
Thank you.
See what I'm saying? You know, just like, yeah, man, you got to keep the, listen, I told them before, I told my subscribers, I'm not just doing interviews for anybody. I done turned down probably literally 13, 14 interviews already.
Damn, man, that makes me feel special, dog. Real talk, man. Super Audio Network, baby. Thank you.
I got you. That's why I said, man, it's going to be you, No Jumper, Kev Mack, man, and go from there.
See, even being in that class is great, and I see you doing big things. Like, real talk, you're gonna be huge, dog. I already see it. Just stay consistent, stay positive, stay spitting that message, and stay speaking real, and you're gonna be as big as those names that you just mentioned, man.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. I'm gonna get in touch with you behind the scenes so I can holler at Frankie Smacks.
Yeah, that's what's up. Definitely, man. Hit me back, man.
Perfect.
Shout out there, man. Third Gang TV.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon, dog. Y'all be safe.
Yes, sir. You too, man.
Peace. Good shit, man. I like a little positive chit chat with some OG gangsters.
Hey, that was a dope
Yeah.
interview. No diss to any of the other guests, but I like the interview.
Thank you. He kept it lively, and that's what you can expect on his channel.
And to be honest, I love New York dudes. I love it. Like I've never been there.
They have that. Yeah, they have this certain vibe. I love how New York.
I hear that. Yes. Yeah.
I love how dudes from New York, they always associate a story with where they're at that present time.
Yeah.
Oh, we was at man, I was chilling with this one bitch. We was at the park.
I felt like I was there.
Park. Yeah, they paint a picture, son.
I was there. I was like, damn.
They're like over there by the Brookshire School or some shit. I'd be like, oh damn, I don't even never heard of the Brookshire
School. I'll go to
School.
New York and be like, tell my girl like that's the Brookshire School.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking
I don't know how I
Harlem
know it.
Smiley mentioned that shit. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, always a pleasure. Dre Day,
Yeah.
always a fucking pleasure. And ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, we also have an open mic coming back on June 27th, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Please get the last remaining tickets.
Limited space.
Even
limited more than before.
But if you can't even check out the show, make sure you tune in that Saturday. Set your alarms to tune in on that Saturday and check out the show because it will be live online right here on Super Audio Network. It's always a dope-ass show. Great comedians. Really, really good time. Just like you have right here every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific with my boy Dre Day, Dusty Vision Radio, Super Audio Network. We will see you guys next week. Peace.